It is time for Kids Reporter Claire Epstein on location in Indian Wells, California at the Bnp Paribas Open.
The Bnp Paribas Open is one of the most famous tennis tournaments in the world. Over 300,000 fans attend each year. There are many good restaurants and shops set up here on the grounds of the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, and of course lots of places to watch tennis. You can follow all the scores and watch matches on a big screen outside of the stadium court, and inside stadium court is where you'll usually find the bigger names. But you'll also see the world's best players on the smaller courts, which all put you close to the action. The many practice courts are incredible because it's your chance to watch players like Roger Federer from just a few feet away. And here's the #1 player in the world, Rafael Nadal. There are also places where you can watch the players exercise and have some fun, and many opportunities for fans to get autographs. You just have to be ready. There's lots to see and do, but I want to take you behind the scenes and show you what it's like to work as a reporter at a major tennis tournament. My first day here, I got my media pass, which allows me to enter the private area for players and other working media. Then it's up to the media room. The media room has lots of TVs to watch the tennis and keep up on scores. There are also many computers, printers, everything writers and photographers need, including a great view of the stadium court. Here's where I can research and make notes for my article. Another great place to get information is in the interview room. All the players come here to answer questions from reporters after they play a match. Here's the #3 player in the world, Novak Djokovic. I make sure to take lots of good notes, but when I get my chance, I ask a question. Here I am asking Amelie Mauresmo her tips for young tennis players. Soon after, I got to ask Andy Roddick the same question, and he talked all about the importance of hard work and focus.
You know, the one thing that you can control on a daily basis in tennis is how hard you work and what you put into it. And that's probably a little boring, but you can't control.
After a long day of interviewing, I attended a special media reception where tennis star Daniela Hantuchova unveiled the new Crystal Trophy being given to the winners at this year's tournament. There was a beautiful desert sunset, and then it was time to get some sleep. On day 2, it was another warm desert day. I started off watching tennis on some of the practice courts, and then I had a chance to cool off in the many refreshing misters set up around the grounds. I then headed back up to the interview room and had a chance to talk with the tennis legend, the Hall of Famer Tony Trabert. Some of his advice for young athletes included practice hard, always be a good sport, and always be fair with your opponent. Then, I got some good news. The tournament arranged for me to have a one-on-one interview in the Players' Lounge with one of the game's new stars, Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. He's a 24-year-old French player, number 11 in the world, and in a thick French accent, he answered all of my many questions. He told me that his advice for kids is to get a lot of pleasure out of any sport you play and to give your best all the time. He likes playing in New York, and he considers himself a role model to kids in France. Right after talking with Jo-Wilfried Tsonga, I had another surprise, a one-on-one interview with Ana Ivanovic. She's from Serbia and is one of the top 10 female tennis players in the world. She even won the French Open last year and is the defending champ here at the Bnp Paribas Open. She is one of the biggest stars in the game today, and she told me her advice for young athletes is to follow their dreams and to believe in themselves. She loves her iPod and has been listening to Beyonce before matches lately, and her favorite place to play is in Australia because she has family there. Anna also said it's hard to have friends on the tour because of all the travel, but there are some players she hangs out with.
And do you have a favorite city place?
I love Australia. I have relatives there, so I always enjoy going back there.
You have a lot of sound as well.
Thanks to Matt Van Tuinen and Amy Binder for arranging the interviews, and I hope you enjoyed an inside look on what it's like to cover a big tennis tournament. Reporting from the Bnp Paribas Open, this is Time for Kids reporter Claire Epting.